Hi BL enthusiasts, when we talk about episode 15 of ABO Desire the series, this one feels like the turning point, the episode that changes not only the relationship between Shaoyou and Yong but the entire direction of the story. From the beginning, this series has been teasing us with the tension between an S-level alpha like Shaoyou and an enigma like Yong, a type of existence so rare that people only know them from textbooks. But this episode takes everything we've come to expect and flips it on its head. The shocking reveal is that Shaoyou, despite being an alpha, is pregnant. It's the kind of twist that both surprises you and makes you realize, in hindsight, that maybe the seeds were planted all along. Let's break this down and really explore why this moment is so important, both narratively and emotionally. We start with the aftermath of Yong's glandular injury. He's pale, fragile, and yet there's this strange aura around him, a sense of power and danger that even seasoned doctors can't ignore. The scene in the pheromone department immediately builds tension. Everyone is whispering, cross-checking reports, and questioning the impossible. They look at Shaoyou's blood test and see a value that no alpha should have, progesterone at pregnancy levels. The doctors are stunned, trying to rationalize it, doubting their machines, doubting themselves. And this confusion perfectly mirrors what the audience is feeling. We're pulled into the disbelief, asking ourselves, wait, how can this be possible? But then the drama reminds us, Yong isn't ordinary, and neither is his bond with Shaoyou. What makes this episode so gripping is the way it mixes medical realism with emotional shock. Director Huang, the experienced doctor, is almost losing his composure as he confronts the evidence. He's staring at the paper, pointing at the numbers, and you can almost feel his world cracking. And then comes the quiet reminder from another doctor, Shaoyou's partner is Yong, the enigma. Suddenly, the impossible doesn't feel so impossible anymore. This is where the show really leans into its ABO world-building, reminding us that biology, pheromones, and destiny are deeply intertwined. The logic of this universe allows for surprises like this, but the way it's presented makes it feel both shocking and inevitable at the same time. Now, let's talk about Yong's reaction, because this is where the romance comes alive. Despite being injured, pale, and weak, Yong isn't horrified or doubtful. Instead, he's calm, almost joyful. When asked if the report is correct, his first instinct isn't fear, it's a quiet, overwhelming happiness. He flips through the report, smiles gently, and asks if this means they need to start deciding a name. That line right there is what makes Yong such a fascinating character. Where others see risk, uncertainty, and even danger, he sees hope, family, and a future with Shaoyou. His love is so intense that even pregnancy, something unthinkable for an alpha, becomes a blessing in his eyes. And this is where the contrast hits us hard. The doctors are terrified. They talk about drug residues, medical risks, and the possibility of complications. They suggest that maybe it's better not to keep the child. From a rational, clinical perspective, they're worried for Shaoyou's safety. But Yong refuses to listen. His reaction is sharp, almost threatening. When the doctor suggests an abortion, Yong's demeanor changes instantly. His smile is still there, but his words cut deep. He asks coldly, "Are you suggesting that my alpha abort my child?" That moment freezes the room. It's a reminder of the dangerous power he holds, both as an enigma and as someone who will protect Shaoyou at any cost. This shift in tone is what makes the romance between Yong and Shaoyou so unique. It isn't just soft and tender, it's also obsessive, consuming, and edged with danger. Yong doesn't just love Shaoyou, he claims him, protects him, and guards him like a treasure no one else can touch. The way he clutches the test report, his fingers tightening as though it were the most precious gem in the world, shows just how deep his feelings run. He isn't just happy, he's obsessed, ecstatic, and ready to fight anyone who tries to take this away from him. That mixture of devotion and possessiveness is the kind of complexity that makes their relationship so compelling to watch. But the show doesn't just rely on dramatic dialogue. The cinematography of this episode plays a huge role in building the mood. The incandescent lighting in the director's office highlights Yong's features, making him look almost unreal, like a perfect doll behind glass. His pale skin, sharp jawline, and delicate profile create a contrast between vulnerability and dominance. He's wounded, but his presence is overpowering. And when he leans forward, his words soft but laced with pheromone pressure, even director Huang, the man who has seen it all, shivers. This visual and emotional layering makes the scene unforgettable. You're caught between awe and fear, just like the characters in the room. Then there's Shaoyou himself. Interestingly, at this stage of the episode, he doesn't even know about his pregnancy yet. That fact adds a whole new layer of tension. Yong learns before him, and his decision to guard this knowledge, to protect it, shows us how deeply he wants to shield Shaoyou. For Yong, this isn't just about news, it's about destiny. He looks at that report and sees not just numbers but a future, a bond that no one can break. And that's why he pushes a check across the table, essentially buying the doctor's silence. It's ruthless, yes, but it's also romantic in a twisted way. Yong will do anything to protect Shaoyou and their unborn child. This mix of love and danger, tenderness and obsession, is what makes episode 15 so powerful. It isn't a simple pregnancy reveal, it's a turning point in their relationship. From this moment on, their romance is no longer just about navigating alpha and enigma dynamics. It's about building a family, facing risks together, and fighting against a world that might not accept them. The stakes have risen, both emotionally and narratively. For viewers, it's the kind of cliffhanger that makes you desperate for the next episode. How will Shaoyou react when he learns the truth? Will he be afraid, or will he embrace it like Yong did? Those questions are what keep us hooked. To wrap this up, episode 15 delivers one of the most dramatic and emotional moments in the series so far. The discovery of Shaoyou's pregnancy isn't just a plot twist, it's a revelation that deepens the romance between him and Yong. Through a mix of disbelief, medical tension, and raw emotional intensity, the show captures the beauty and danger of their love. Yong's obsessive devotion, Shaoyou's hidden vulnerability, and the doctor's fearful reactions all come together to create a scene that's unforgettable. It's the perfect setup for the next chapter, promising both heartbreak and hope. If you're following this series for the romance, this episode is the one that proves why Shaoyou and Yong are at the heart of ABO Desire the series. Their love is rare, dangerous, and unstoppable, and now, with a new life between them, the story is only getting started.